Should you believe in free will or fate? Can you alter the course of your future based on the decisions that you make, or are all those decisions in the future already predetermined and your fate is already decided? Instead of focusing on the technical side or what science says about this topic, I'm going to focus on what is the most useful and helpful belief to believe to live a better life. And how do we define useful or helpful? Well, for one, it should minimize regret and blaming and maximize acceptance and empowerment for the future. The worst thing to believe is that the past was based on your free will and the future is based on your fate. And a lot of people believe this. So they'll believe that all the decisions they made up till the present moment was up to them, their free will. So they're filled with regret. Oh, stupid me, why did I not do that? Or why did I do that? And then for the future, they think it's predetermined. Well, this is just the person that I am, so that's the way I'm gonna be, and that's how I'll always be. I was born with a certain personality, I was raised in a certain environment, so this is how I turned out, and I have no control over that. So, well, I can't really change. So a person who believes that is constantly blaming, constantly complaining, and always feeling powerless. So that's the worst case. You want to do the opposite of that. So how do we maximize acceptance, gratitude, and increase empowerment? Believe that the past was fate, that everything was going to happen the way it happened, and believe that the future is based on free will, that every decision matters, because it really does. Every decision that you make opens a new decision tree and everything affects everything else. So what you do matters, even on the smallest scale, down to what you think. And I've stated this argument in a previous video, and just recently it got a comment saying, so you take credit for all the good things and blame all the bad things in the past on fate? And I think he's missing the point here. You don't want to blame all the past things on fate. You want to accept the past things as fate. As for taking credit for all the good things, I would say accept things with gratitude. Obviously, you don't want to be arrogant. Like the most extreme version would be like Kanye, who believes he is the greatest person who ever walked this earth.
I am the #1 most impactful artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google. When someone comes up and says something like, I am a god, everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was, a god. I just told you. That's who I think I am.
Focusing on gratitude, you won't end up like that. So I've already said those things in my past video, is it useful to believe in fate or destiny? But I have some things to add since that video. And these are things that I've stumbled upon by reading some books and also things I've seen on the internet. If you know Eckhart Tolle, he says, accept the present moment as if you had chosen it, then act. This is similar to what my friend Daniel writes in his affirmations. He writes, I am responsible for everything I experience. Another phrase I heard is, you are exactly where you need to be in life right now. In Reality Transurfing, this colorful book, it says, repeat this mantra to yourself. Everything is turning out as it should. Your world takes care of you. In the Tao Te Ching, at the end, it says, whenever anything happens, say, thanks for everything. I have no complaint whatsoever. If good happens, good. If bad happens, good. Another phrase I heard was amor fati, love of fate. Love your fate. All these phrases, these mantras, whatever you want to call them, they maximize acceptance and gratitude and minimize blaming and complaining. Again, this doesn't mean take all the shit that life gives you and don't do anything about it. These are the first steps, accepting, and then as Eckhart Tolle said, accept the present moment as if you had chosen it, then act. These sound like pretty unbelievable statements, and when I first encountered them, I thought they were pretty extreme and unbelievable, but I decided to make use of them in my daily life, particularly everything is turning out as it should. Thanks for everything. I have no complaint whatsoever. I sometimes remind myself to say those things when some good things are happening, however minor, but I mostly use them whenever something bad happens. However small or however big, I repeat to myself, everything is turning out as it should. Thanks for everything. I have no complaint whatsoever. And it really has changed my life, repeating these to myself. So before, I used to have constant negative rumination whenever something bad happened. I would just think about it for hours and hours, days and days if it was really bad. And it would just be a never-ending torture in my mind. But now what happens is I would start thinking about those negative ruminations whenever something bad happens, and I cut it off by saying, everything is turning out as it should. Thanks for everything. I have no complaint whatsoever. And then it cuts it off. And then I say, okay. And inevitably it comes back. And the negative thoughts don't just go away just because I say that once. But then I cut it off again. And I say the mantra again and again. And by doing that, it stops. And it stops way sooner than before when it would just go on and on and on. So these phrases, these mantras, they're really powerful. They've changed my life so far, and they're continuing to change my life as I'm using them every time I can remember. I think all these phrases, no matter how unbelievable they sound, really do help us by us repeating them and trying to believe them, even if it's hard to believe. So thinking about fate, destiny, free will in this way, accepting the past, believing free will in the future, has really positively impacted my life and changed it over the last few years in how I view life. And if you decide to believe this way, I believe it'll help you out too. Let me know what you think. I will read the comments. I will see you in my next video in 2 days. 1% better every day, baby. Mochi. She wants cantaloupes. Happiness is having Mochi and Tigger on the couch with me. Tigger on my leg. Oh, Mochi wants to go down. Oh, he got up. Look at that. Oh, shoot. Blue jay. Ah, darn. Look at your pom-pom ears. Mochi and Tigger looking outside. Poor Mochi almost got bitten by a German Shepherd. German Shepherd came bolting out of the house, and then Mochi got so scared she was pooing because she was so scared. And my mom protected her and stood between the German Shepherd and Mochi. And then the owner came and took the German Shepherd away. The German Shepherd was trying to bite, going hang hang. Oh, poor Mochi. Glad you're okay.